everyone? My name is Shaked Bartal, Sports Guy Show. The Carolina Panthers, ladies and gentlemen, are 2-3 season following an impressive comeback victory against the Miami Dolphins, 27-24. Back, you see, I have a Panthers jersey. I'm so happy that we came back and won the game. The Panthers I'm talking about. We were trailing the first quarter 17-0. Our quarterback Bryce Young had two horrendous turnovers, including a fumble that he basically got a snap and he lost the ball like that, which is unacceptable. Totally unacceptable. And I like Bryce Young. I think he's a great person off the field and he has great characters and he's a role model and all of that. But here's the deal. You cannot turn the ball over if you want to play in the NFL for a long time. You cannot do that, folks. Absolutely, it's a no-no. Absolutely, you cannot turn the ball over in the NFL as a starting quarterback. And then the next drive, after the fumble by Bryce Young, which the first drive, the Miami Dolphins scored a touchdown to went on top 7-0. The next drive, Panthers had the ball, were moving, and Bryce Young overthrew wide receiver Xavier Legette. Thank you, appreciate it. Smash the like button, please. It basically helps you to recommend the video to more people. That is why it's so important to smash the like button. So Bryce, second play, interception, intended to Xavier Legette, he overthrew him by 5 yards, and that was a bad pick. But afterward, the Panthers bounced back. Like I said, they were trailing 17-0. In the first half, especially the first quarter, the defense was horrendous. The defense was really bad. It was good against the run, but we got beat up so many times in the middle of the field. In one play, the Tua Tagovailoa, probably not pronouncing his last name correctly, Tua, so I will call him Tua. He threw a pass to wide receiver Darren Waller, the tight end for the Dolphins. And I attended the game in person, and I told the fan next to me, they are going to go to Waller. Watch, they are going to go deep to Darren Waller. Guess what? That was before the ball was snapped. As soon as the ball was snapped, Tua threw the ball right to Darren Waller. Darren Waller in the middle, 20-plus yard gain, and that set up the final Dolphins touchdown of 17-0. And then the Panthers bounced back. They had a good drive. Bryce Young converted on fourth down, rolling to the right, and found T-Mac, Tyron McMillan, for a big gain, kept the drive going. And the Panthers got a touchdown to Xavier Legette, corner of the end zone. Pretty good throw, great catch by Xavier Legette. And then after that, before halftime, the Panthers got a field goal, which the clock management at that time was horrendous. But I will also say the officials, we'll get to that, they were horrendous, ladies and gentlemen. They were horrendous because in that particular drive, ladies and gentlemen, the officials called false start on the Carolina Panthers. Here's the thing, folks. The Miami Dolphins, Matthew Judah, the defender, lined up in offside position. So my question to you, ladies and gentlemen, is how can it be a false start penalty against the offense if the defender is lining up in offside position? It doesn't make any sense. It literally doesn't make any sense how it can be a false start when a defender is lined up in offside position. It's like I'm playing Madden 2026 where there is a glitch in Madden 2026. The defender will line up next to the quarterback before I snap the ball, and there will be no flag on the defense. The same thing happened yesterday, except I'm talking about a video game, and this happened in real life. Real life, that the Miami Dolphin defender lined up in offside position, but yet the officials called a false start on the Carolina Panthers. Doesn't make any sense. So anyway, the Panthers had to settle for a field goal. It was 17-10 game. The start of the third quarter, the Panthers had a great shovel pass. Bryce Young shovel pass to running back Rico Dowdle, which, folks, I have no freaking idea why in the world did Jerry Jones, the Dallas Cowboys owner, did not keep Rico Dowdle in Dallas. I have no freaking idea why that happened, because yes, Dallas has Javonte Williams, Miles Sanders, they're having a good season, especially Javonte Williams. What's up, Sean? How you doing tonight? But the Dallas Cowboys don't have Rico Dowdle, and Rico Dowdle is the big reason why the Carolina Panthers won the game yesterday, because he carried the offense with him. Yes, Bryce Young made great throw, touchdown to Leggett, pretty good throw to T-Mac on fourth down, even much better throw to Jimmy Owen Jr. on fourth down, 4th and 5, and a great throw to Xavier Leggett, which set up the go-ahead winning touchdown by the Panthers. So Bryce Young made some pretty good throws. But without a doubt, Rico Dowdle was the butter, the milk, the egg, the honey, the cheese for the Carolina Panthers. He was unstoppable. He literally picked up 10 yards per carry. 10 yards per carry. Basically, as soon as he got the ball, it was going to be probably 2nd and 1, maybe first down, something like that. And I understand the Dolphins' run defense was one of the worst coming to the game. And we saw that. We all saw that, how bad they were. How bad the Dolphins' run defense was. They could not stop anyone. I bet if I had a jersey, they would have not been able to stop me. And I never played in the NFL, but that's how bad and embarrassing the Miami Dolphins' run defense was. Embarrassing. And here's the deal, folks. And I've told my co-host, Bo, I'm not sure if he's watching or not, but he's under the weather right now. So fortunately could not join us. So let's pray for Mr. Bo that he will be all right and join us next week. But as I told Bo, as I exit the stadium last night after the Panthers beat the Dolphins, which is why my voice is a bit weak, because I screamed the hell out yesterday, cheering on the defense, cheering on the offense for the Panthers. But anyway, here's what I told Bo. This win by the Carolina Panthers is bigger win than, believe it or not, the shutout victory against the Atlanta Falcons 2 weeks earlier, 30-0. And you know why this win 27-24 is bigger than a 30-0 win? The reason why, ladies and gentlemen, the Carolina Panthers came back. They came back. They bounced back. They were trailing 17-0. Then they took the lead. The Panthers, ladies and gentlemen, took the lead at one point, 20-17. And one would say, oh yeah, we won. But guess what? The following drive, right after the Panthers took a lead of 20-17, the Miami Dolphins themselves, they came back. They went on top, 24-21. And 24-20. One would say, oh, okay, it's over. Miami is going to win. Miami is going to win. We played out, Panthers played out, and Miami is going to win. But no, absolutely not. The Dolphins gave up. The Panthers scored a touchdown, and they won 27-24. They stopped the Dolphins and 3 until down. Patrick Jones sack, Tua for a big loss. The Dolphins punt. The Panthers ran out the clock. There was also an holding penalty against the Dolphins. Carolina Panthers escaped 27-24. So to bounce back, then to face adversity of being trailing after you make a great comeback, It shows that this team is not so bad. Now, is the Carolina Panthers going to the Super Bowl this season? Probably not. I mean, you can bet on it if you want, but you're going to lose your money, I'm afraid. So they're not going to the Super Bowl. But can this team win 7, 8, maybe 9 games potentially? Yes. Now, before anyone say, oh, listen, Shaked, we still have to play Buffalo, Tampa, Seattle, Dallas this week, Green Bay. How are you saying in Tampa twice? How are you saying that they could win 9 games potentially? And the reason I'm saying it, NFL, anyone can beat anyone. I mean, no one, and I understand the Ravens don't have Lamar Jackson, but no one anticipated the Ravens losing 42-14 to the Texans at home. No one anticipates that. No one anticipates that the Ravens would be 1-4. And yes, they don't have Lamar Jackson, but here's the deal. The Ravens' problem is much bigger than not having Lamar Jackson. That is the truth. No one thought that the New England Patriots would come to Buffalo on Sunday night and defeated the Bills, who were undefeated. No one thought that the Denver Broncos would travel all the way from Denver to Philadelphia and beat the undefeated Super Bowl champ Philadelphia Eagles at home. So my whole thing is, ladies and gentlemen, anything in the NFL is possible. I mean, did anyone realistically believe that the Saints will beat the Giants yesterday? No, no one did, because the Saints are really bad. Everyone thought the Giants will win after an impressive. The Chargers, maybe they were dealing with the adversity of not having Malik Nabels. I don't know, but they lost. They lost, folks. So my whole point is, in the NFL, anything is possible. I mean, the Titans beat the Cardinals on the road, and yes, the Cardinals made horrendous mistakes, but still, they defeated them. They defeated them. My whole point is, anything in the NFL is possible. Are they really bad teams in the NFL? Yes. I believe the Saints are one of them. I believe the Titans are bad. I believe the Raiders might be bad. I mean, the Raiders are 1-4. No one anticipates the Raiders being 1-4. No one anticipates the Raiders being 1-4, folks. My whole point is the NFL is wide open, wide even. Yes, you have the Eagles, Tampa Bay. They're very good. But outside of that, in Buffalo, outside of that, who is very good right now? Who is very good right now? I mean, I know that in the AFC, really bad right now, the Jets. The Jets are winning. I won't be shocked if the Jets don't win a game this season. I won't be shocked if the New York Jets don't win a game this season. I really won't be shocked if they don't win a game this season. That won't surprise me, not whatsoever, because they are really, really bad. I also won't be surprised if the Dolphins win more than 3 games. I will be surprised if the Miami Dolphins win more than 3 games this season, because they are also really bad in the AFC. I will be surprised. I will be surprised, folks, if the Browns don't win more than 4 games this season, because I think they're better than having a 1-win team. I really do. I think Cleveland is on the right path. I think the New Orleans Saints might win 2 to 3 games this season. Maybe 4 max, but no more than 4. And 4 is stretching it out. And yes, Tampa Bay, they will probably win 11, 12 games. Likewise with the Eagles, should win 10 to 12 games. But the thing is, it's right now so freaking even. Like, you have those teams on the top. we have teams on the top who are very good, folks. Then you have teams in the middle. You don't know if they are good, if they are bad. One of those teams, the Carolina Panthers, yes, they are 2-3. Are they really good? No. Are they really bad? No. Are they in the middle? Yes. Could they be trending up and potentially make the playoff? Yes. It's possible. Could they miss the playoff and win 6 games? 7 games? Yes. That is also a possibility. I mean, the NFL right now this season is so wide open. And in the past it wasn't like that. In the past we had teams who were really good, and you could tell right away that it's going to be like a runaway situation, but not this season. Not this season. I mean, you have the Lions, you have the Buccaneers, you have the Eagles, very good. You have the Steelers who are pretty good, I believe. Then you have the Broncos who are good. You have the Jags. If they beat the Chiefs tonight, they will be pretty good. Outside of that, and you have the Bills, of course, who are also pretty good, even though they lost to the Pats. Outside of that, the NFL is wide open. I mean, the Bengals, without Joe Burrow, they're looking terrible. They're looking terrible. The Bengals, they are one of the most disappointing team in the NFL. I understand you're playing without your starting quarterback, but still, I didn't anticipate the Bengals looking so bad against the Lions. I mean, their defense is just as bad as last season. I didn't expect the Ravens to look so bad against the Texans. And yes, the Texans are not a bad team, but still, I didn't expect the Ravens to be 1-4. 1-4, folks. And I'm not saying they're tanking for Arch Manning. Why should they when they have Lamar Jackson? Why should they be tanking for a quarterback? Because supposedly this upcoming draft, is very deep with very good, talented quarterback. So they are not tanking for a quarterback, but they are really bad. Can the Ravens turn it around? Yes, they can. Will they? I don't know. I have to be honest with you. I don't know if the Ravens will turn it around or not. Because 1-4, you are in a tough situation. The Baltimore Ravens. I mean, the Bengals are disappointed. The Raiders. I mean, let's talk about the Raiders. I know that AFC West, I'm in Charlotte, so we don't focus so much on the AFC West, to be honest with you. But still, 1-4. I mean, everyone said, oh, Pete Carroll is coming in. They drafted Ashton Gentry, Geno Smith, everything. They will be all right. They're going to win 10 games, the Raiders. They're going to be fantastic. The Raiders are 1-4, folks. They're 1-4. I know we don't focus on them, but they're 1-4. The Chargers, who started the season hot, have lost a couple of games, and they lost rookie running back Amari Hampton. So they're in deep trouble. The Chiefs, if they lose tonight to the Jags, they're in trouble. They're in big trouble. And I mean, let's talk about the shocking surprise. No one anticipated the Indianapolis Colts to be 4-1. If you anticipate the Indianapolis Colts to be 4-1, then you should have brought a lottery ticket when the Powerball was at $600 million and won the grand prize. Because no one in their right mind anticipate that the Indianapolis Colts will be 4-1. No one did. And no one anticipated Daniel Jones to play like MVP, because everyone wrote him off. Everyone said he's a bust. And look at how well he's doing with the Colts. They are 4-1, folks. I know they're a small market team, AFC South, so we don't focus so much on them, but they are 4-1. They're 4-1, just like the 49ers. They're 4-1. But I mean, people anticipate the 49ers to bounce back. But the 49ers, without Nick Bosa, they could, that could hunt them. Really could put them back. I mean, we know Green Bay is a very good team. We know Dallas is a good team. But my whole point is, it's wide open. It's wide open. It's wide open. If you win, for example, let's talk about the Panthers. Because as you can see, I'm a Panthers fan. I'm a diehard Panthers fan. Let's talk about the Panthers. Our upcoming game against Dallas at home. It's home game, but technically it will feel like a road game because Cowboys fans, for good or for bad, they always struggle pretty well. So that could be like a road game for the Carolina Panthers, even though they're playing at home. Let's say hypothetically, the Carolina Panthers defeated Dallas Cowboys. The following game after the Cowboys, which could be a letdown game for the Panthers. If it's not, they should win by 20 point plus against the New York Jets on the road. So you beat the Cowboys, you beat the Jets, you go to 4-3. Then after that, 3 weeks from now, we're playing Buffalo Bills, a great team who, before the season started, when the schedule was released, I predicted that the Panthers will lose to the Bills. And they might not, but let's say hypothetically the Panthers defeat the Bills. The following week, we go to Lambeau Field, all in November, Green Bay. Green Bay is very good, and I think that the Packers will beat the Panthers. And then you have the Rams, you have the 49ers, you have the Falcons rematch, which I'm sure they will be very mad after the Panthers embarrassing them 30-0. You have in between games against the Saints, against the Buccaneers, against the Seahawks to finish the season at home, and then road game against Tampa Bay. So the schedule is setting up for the Panthers that they can make the playoffs. They can. But at the same time, they could also potentially win 7 games, maybe 6 games, which honestly, if they win 6 games, someone better get fired in Carolina. Someone better get fired in Carolina if they end up winning just 6 games. Because the talent is there. The thing is, they need to start the game strong, without mental mistakes, playing good defense. Because if I can sit on the sideline in the stadium and see well ahead what is going to happen, then the players and the coach should also see that. And folks, I want to talk about the NFL official. And here's the deal. I don't care which team you pull for. But in my opinion, the NFL officials should be all disciplined and they should be fired. No question about it, because you might not know it. What's up, FX? Hope you're doing well, my friend. So you guys might not know it, folks, but here's the deal. NFL official cannot get fired. They can do the worst job possible in the game. They cannot get fired. They cannot get fined. The worst things that will happen to them, they might not work in this playoff. They might not work in the Super Bowl. Appreciate, my friend. Appreciate, my friend. Hope you're doing well. I hope everyone is doing well. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. If you haven't turned the bell notification, turn the bell notification. If you haven't clicked on the like button, make sure to do that. Let's get this channel monetized and up and running. To famous in a good way. But going back to the official, NFL official, folks, they cannot get fired. They cannot receive a fine. At worst case, they won't walk the playoff. They won't walk the Super Bowl. But here's the deal. I see. You know what is the deal with the official folks? If they don't, even if they don't work the playoff, even if they don't work the Super Bowl, you know how much they're making in a year? Over 200,000, roughly over $200,000 in a year. So not working in the playoff, not working in the Super Bowl, they still get their $200,000. Honestly, sign me up. Sign me up to a job that I can be terrible at it. Sign me up to a job that I can be garbage. Garbage and making so many bad calls, but yet I will collect the money like that. Ka-chin, ka-chin, getting my paycheck, getting my bonus. Sign me up. Because officials cannot be disciplined, but yet they can make horrendous scores. In the games that I attended yesterday, Panthers against the Dolphins, one play, we'll give you two plays. One went against Carolina, one went against Miami. So the plays that went against Miami, which actually it didn't went against Miami, was a no call. Bryce Young threw the ball to T-Mac, to the runner, McMillan. McMillan was clearly being interfered. His jersey was grabbed well past the 5-yard of line of scrimmage, because here's the deal. As a defender, you cannot grab an opponent jersey, an opponent player jersey past the 5 line of scrimmage. If you do that, it's either an holding or defensive pass interference. If you're interfering with a wide receiver. So we clearly saw in the replay, and I'm sure everyone who watched the game saw it live on the replay, that what the Dolphin player did to T-Mac, Teron McMillan, grabbing his jersey like that. Like, that is how he grabbed it. Past 5 yards, folks, it's a penalty. Like it or not, it's a penalty. It's a difference of pass interference, or the very least, defensive holding. Guess what? The officials said, oh, there's no penalty on the field. They picked up the flag. A different play later went against the Dolphins, which I thought was a bad call. They called a unnecessary roughness against the Dolphins. The Dolphin player hit Bryce Young after he threw the ball, but it was a bad call in my opinion. So, in my opinion, ladies and gentlemen, it's unacceptable that referees cannot get fired. I mean, a referee cannot face discipline, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you know that, because some of you might not know that. But here's the deal. NFL referees cannot face any sort of consequence. You make a bad call, you still get your paycheck. You make another bad call, you still get your paycheck. So, ladies and gentlemen, please sign me up. Please sign me up to a job that I guarantee to make $200,000 in a year and yet be terrible in it. Sign me up. Sign me up. I know anyone who's watching live, watching the replay, would also like to have a job that you can be horrendous at it. You can be terrible in it, and you will still get $200,000 to be bad at your job. I mean, technically, you have a job. You're supposed to be great at it to keep your job. But NFL officials? Oh, no. You get paid to be terrible, which unacceptable. Totally, completely unacceptable. It's unethical. It is what it is. The NFL need to change that. We, the fans, need to demand that the NFL change that, because otherwise it take away from the integrity and the fairness of the game, and that, my friend, is totally unacceptable. And we should never tolerate garbage officials. No matter which team you're pulling for, we should never tolerate garbage NFL officials. Smash the like buttons, subscribe, turn the bell notification. God bless you all. Keep pounding, and I will see you guys in the next video, next live stream. Good night, everyone, and peace.